When a crisis hits, it usually catches us off guard. When utilities, lighting, water and electricity are down. When you run out of income, unable to go to work, it would be very helpful to be prepared in advance. To prevent this type of situation, there are both low and high cost things you can do, depending on the service that you are trying to back up. A priority is to ensure the supply of drinking water. This ranges from installing large capacity tanks, such as an elevated tank, to an underground reservoir, an electric pump, and a couple of elevated tanks. As for the elevated tank, you can feed the house by gravity, using a float to control the tank level. This helps you prevent a faulty check valve from allowing the water to go back to the utility, thereby leaving your tank empty. We must also consider the installation of an air release valve in the pipes, which protects you from having to pay for the air going through your meter. The electricity supply is another service that is often interrupted during a disaster. Preventing this can be quite expensive. It's convenient to have enough electric power even when cloudy, so electrical appliances do not stop working. Keeping food and some medicines is another unavoidable priority. A few hours with the refrigerator down can ruin some perishable foods, such as milk, meat, as well as some medicines requiring refrigeration. If the weather is too cold or too hot, you will need good heating or cooling, both powered by electricity. A solar panel system that can support at least one heating or cooling appliance is desirable. The system must be off-grid, that is, independent from the city's power grid. It should be powerful enough to support all household appliances during several cloudy days in a row. This requires many solar panels and a good battery bank, all of which is fairly expensive, but well worth it. With a system of this type, what you save in the light bill and in the natural gas bill, it is the equivalent of receiving a very decent salary. The light fixtures, using LED bulbs, is inexpensive and needs very little power. Preparing your food is another important issue. A microwave oven, electric stove or grill, and perhaps a portable gas stove, are enough to use for emergencies. One way to have electricity is to buy a portable generator, which can suffice for the most basic things, such as the lights and the refrigerator. In this case, the little energy the generator can produce must be managed wisely, keeping in mind that a generator with excess power is preferable so as not to overload it. Other types of preparation are not so obvious. If the disaster is caused by unusually heavy rainfall, it is advisable to have the roof of the house properly waterproofed. The electrical outlets and furniture in which important documents and appliances are kept, which could be easily damaged by water, must be at least 1 meter high throughout the house, out of reach of the expected water level. Of course, all this requires you to invest some money. A step-by-step project can be more affordable. The cost of backing up electricity with solar energy can be reduced by decreasing the number of appliances backed up. Initially, you want to back up only communication devices and lights, and you can resort on fans instead of air conditioners. The use of pumps can become unnecessary if water is stored in several elevated tanks, etc. At a later time, separate insulated systems can be added to include the refrigerator, microwave oven, and other appliances. Another important factor is the thermal insulation of the house. Roofs are by far the largest heat wasters in winter, and the largest heat input in the summer. Non-toxic materials must be used, preferably non-flammable. This way, air conditioning equipment will operate at its highest efficiency. Of course, if all this is done over the course of several years, you will be ready to survive a crisis, unless it is a huge disaster that collapses all utilities and totally destroys your home. I hope this video has been useful to you. Thanks for watching and please subscribe to my channel. Shava Tareen.